My name is Tostky. Welcome to another installment of Tostky Reads Homestuck. Today I have no idea how my audio sounds, so maybe I should check in on that. Yeah, okay. I sound decent fine, so let's get on with it. Homosuck. This is where we are. Is my... Oh, how much is my noise gate, like, clipping me? This is... I might have to turn that down a little bit. Especially if I'm talking at this. Sure, let's put it there. Hopefully that's just right. Shouldn't matter all too much. A young male Homo sapien is trapped in his room. The premise is uninteresting, and everything about it sucks. Hence the title, which is a portmanteau, consisting of two thematically appropriate words. The male is not very smart. There is something about a human birthday, and he doesn't have a name yet, and more stupid things along those lines. All of this is irrelevant. Here's what really matters. A young male cherub has achieved total domination over his quest, thus unlocking his magic mystery planet, and therefore gaining supreme mastery over all events in reality, canonical or otherwise. He became a god tier, obviously. It was easy, involving a trivial act of self-suicide. It was not a very big deal at all. That's what happens when you're the best. You become the best quite casually, and off-screen. Like it's not even that important. Then he started climbing the god tiers. See, like that. He stood on that flashy thing, which may not even be literally real. Oh. With each god tier he climbed, he got a new achievement badge sewn onto his kitty camper handy sash, which also may be a thing that's not literally real. Like many other things which don't seem to have literal reality, but exist anyway. Getting new badges helps you understand stupid things like that better. In other words, they are mostly pointless. Like Gift of Gab, which is especially useless to our hero, since there is nobody for him to talk to except for a rude clown, and all his dumb green friends, I guess. Excuse me. Oh, and he could also talk to them regardless. So what the fuck? The badges are all so shitty, I barely even know what to say. One of them lets you acquire objects with your bare hands. No captcha logs required. Wow, it's a dream come true. There's another one, and I'm not joking here, that grants you the ability to have non-awkward personal relationships. I wish I was making this up. I really do. But there was one badge he got. That was not a pitiful waste of time. A skeleton key badge. Having this badge meant he could automatically unlock any lock he wanted to, including all the contraptions on this planet, allowing him to officially and permanently assume control of a property of his experimental continuum, which I have reason to believe is called the narrative. And due to his unquestioned supremacy over a lot of things, he is now able to command this enigmatic medium, while totally unimpeded by the ghostly voice of a sarcastic douche. In my dream, I am this cherub. Close up. It's me, and as it happens, my dream is a fact. I have taken over this story, and I will now retell it according to my understanding and level of interest. I will additionally provide an honest and brutal critique of the events and the way they have been shown, by utilizing the most potent weapon anyone could ever hope to allocate to his specibus. It is the weapon of satire. Oh my god, this is going to be great. Has anyone ever done anything like this before? I doubt it. All I have to do is keep working the magic with my fucking computer pencil. Yes, drawing is easy. Don't let anyone tell you it isn't. You work hard and hone your craft and ignore the haters until you are in The zone. Now excuse me while I draw a shitty room. Male, examine room. You examine your shitty room. You are the male. I'm calling him you for some reason. That is how this idiotic adventure goes usually. The guy on the screen, that is you. Or, that's you. Confused yet? Haha, it only goes downhill from here. Prepared to be frustrated and angry as more things happen. Male, do some stuff. You fuck around heartedly. Again, by you I mean him. I know, it is counterintuitive, but I will keep saying he's you because of my artistic license. The you male fucks around a lot like this, bouncing around and jittering, wasting time, but the secret is that it's actually me fucking around. I move this guy around like a puppet with my imaginary hand, see? Male, go open that chest. And I tell my puppet what to do, by typing orders in the thing while pretending that you are typing them. It is a disingenuous ruse at best, to make you believe you are guiding my puppet, while also bizarrely insisting that you are the puppet. By calling him you, I unsuccessfully strive to immerse you in an experience that no one with a brain could ever conceivably wish to participate in regardless. But in the end, the joke of it all is, it's just me, telling myself what to do with my puppet, and then doing it. You'll agree this is the height of creative self-indulgence. In fact, for me to even be mocking the practice almost feels incestuously masturbatory, even though that is a redundant phrase for cherubs. Hide inside chest. Beep 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 all aboard the idiot wagon. This is the kind of thing that happens almost every screen. As opposed to accomplishing things that are important or make sense, let's take note of the fact that I am slamming this tendency and move on. Go over there. Okay, you go over there. You stand there and nothing happens. God damn, am I good at this. Do a dance on the shape. You go on the shape, or you get on the shape and I make you do a dance. I use the principle of animation to put movements in motion somehow. You notice by now my storytelling genius. Oh, what the fuck was that? I drew my puppet, and I drew his room. And that's it. Now all I have to do is move him around the room and make him do meaningless things for laughs. But the really funny thing is, the laughter is mostly coming from me. It's happening at your expense. Ha ha ha, bonk bonk bonk. This way I can make so many of these story rectangles so fast. So it seems to everyone who is stupid enough to look at my rectangles in the first place that so much is happening, and the plot is advancing at breakneck speed. This is just a clever trick though. Because the truth is there is no plot, and nothing is actually happening ever. Just a lot of bullshit like this, with cakes and cards flying every which way, and you're just sitting there, frowning at it. Exercise freedom to leave a room. The lucky male is oblivious to his privilege of not being chained to his room with the horrible sister he doesn't have. The advantage makes him way too overpowered, and therefore he is what some refer to as a human Mary Sue. This makes him less sympathetic and gives you another reason to actively root for his death. He goes downstairs and you think, aha, this is it, something important is happening. But your observation is another brainless fallacy. The thing happening here is just as pointless as everything else. The larger Homo sapien is obviously attempting to help the male grow up and become strong through a rite of passage involving sweets, possibly to help the male become a trickster. But the male is stubborn and refuses, like an idiot. Leave building. It turns out the male can leave after all, relatively unhindered, basically contradicting the entire premise of the story. What a joke! You say to yourself, you the reader though, not you the male. Boggle vacantly at these shenanigans. It begins to dawn on you that everything you just did may have been a colossal waste of time. It also begins to dawn on you that I was the one all along who illustrated this fantastic cartoon rectangle, which you remember that you saw before somewhere, and you now find this revelation to be almost as retroactively plausible as it is mind-blowing. It brings to mind a famous quote from a celebrated poet of yore that I think goes like this. Well shit, that's a hell of a mystery no one thought was a mystery, and didn't even really need solving, but damn if it didn't just get solved, so nice work. Cherub's Shakespeare, probably. I am almost certain Shakespeare said that. Google, clouds. In the interest of full disclosure, though, when doing fine art, sometimes it pays to cheat and find things that are hard to draw on the internet, where they are already there for you. This can save time and make you appear to be better at things than you really are. Take this advice to heart. If you want to be as successful as me, not gonna happen, by the way. Anyway, back to the story. After an endless parade of unamusing and inconsequential events, finally something happens. You will find this customary for this tale. Lots and lots of stupid, unimportant things happen, then finally, out of nowhere, a stupid, important thing happens. A meteor appears without explanation. It is headed directly for the male. There is nothing he can do but accept his fate. Look, he does not even try to flee, because he is an ignoramus. Get murdered by explosion. He, are thoroughly murdered by the explosion. You, not him, are stunned and yet underwhelmed by the moment of anticlimax. As you continue to boggle vacantly, you reaffirm your suspicion that nothing you just did mattered at all. Confirm the kill. The KO... Oh, dead. Produce photographic evidence of the slaughtered male body. He is indeed dead, and he will stay dead for the whole story. Only his ghost will show up now and then, in a blurry flash of light, to haunt me periodically throughout history. But I will say more about that later. You think the above graphic looks familiar. You think you have seen this great drawing before, in a different context. You see, this is what master storytellers refer to as a visual callback. Truly exceptional, professional... truly exceptional professionals often will take an old drawing they did that shows a similar situation and do a couple of half-assed things like change the color to make it slightly different. You observe that this genius feat of laziness makes the repeated things seem more profound and meaningful than they are, for reasons you don't understand because they don't exist. This is a trade secret among skilled artisans such as I. Or artesians, such as I. Please try to keep this on the down low, and not tell anybody. It can be our secret. They don't even need to know. The end of Act 1. This concludes the first thing of the story, which is called an act. There are a lot of these, and they only get longer, and then begin to split into acts and acts. Trust me, the structure The structure rapidly deteriorates into utter nonsense, or at least it would if it had not already begun, as such a reeking pile... Is that yeah, whatever. Yes, reeking. Reeking pile of shit out of the box. But please, do not worry. I will be there to guide you, and through every mind-numbing twist and turn... while prodding the material with my keen wit. And satirize the hell out of everything, to hold the responsible parties fully accountable for these crimes, while maximally validating my angriness about it. Maybe you thought you were going to see some other stuff, like what happens to all these idiots next. The answer is obviously, who cares? This is going to be so much better. Either way, you have no choice. I am in total charge here. I am in total charge here now. I believe at this point, another one of my villainous, full-throated laughs will be in order. Villainous laughter. Happen. Ah ha 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 ha. Oh, oops. What was that? Hold on, BRB. I mean, BRB. Oh shit, is he in the same hut that my dude was in before? I don't even know. Ed Emberley's drawing book, Make a World. Oh, this is literally the callback that he's making fun of in a way, isn't he? Now it is. Horses? Why horses? Is it supposed to be ironic or something? That the very object falling out of this box would be in the proximity of some horses? I don't get it. And what's this? An illustration manual of some sort? Is someone implying that I would benefit from this? Fuck whoever is implying that by storing it in a secret hole for me to discover. More. How to draw manga. Volume 1, Basics of Character Drawing. Who is this extravagant bitch? Is she partly a robot? Sort of like me? Oh, she seems to be an artist too. Also like me. How did she draw herself? I don't see how that's possible, considering she is fictional, as well as a girl. Some other very skilled draftsman must have drawn it. But how did he make it look like she is coming out of the paper? When I turn the book, the image stays flat and the illustration the illusion is exposed. I wonder if the sorcery of this so-called manga reveals the nature of this wizardry inside the tomb. Why is the friendly bitch looking at me like that? With the large glassy eyes and shiny face? It's making me have weird feelings in my body. I have to put this down. You're welcome. What was that? Oh, there's my AC. Give it a moment, I think. Act 6 Super Cartridge Expansion Pack. What? Oh boy, let's read this. Uh-oh, it seems you've run out of game discs, and now Caliborn has hijacked the property of his experiential continuum, which he has reason to believe is called the narrative. Little does he know you recently made the shrewd decision to purchase the Act 6 Super Cartridge Expansion Pack. Just plug it into any in-universe console port to unlock a variety of exciting new gameplay features and proceed through the remaining canon unfettered, while Caliborn muddles through 6 new sub-acts of infantile subverse parody targeting the fairy tale he inhabits, none the wiser. Do you have what it takes to humor this bold new storyteller, a young man in peak command over... Oh, that's a good one. A young man in peak command over his epic struggle to produce vaguely recognizable shapes? Can you endure his ill-tempered, hyperbolic sentence fragments long enough to reach an interspersed series of sub intermissions through which, while our new narrator pauses to gather his thoughts, our cast of quasi-reunited heroes may resume their intrepid march toward the end of Homestuck proper? And can you keep this on the down low so Caliborn may continue to believe he has commandeered the medium absolutely, while we privately return to the narrative between his miserable tirades? It can be our secret. He doesn't even need to know. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Ugh, my throat's covered in phlegm. Okay, fine. Let's see how his dumb cartridge runs with just a pinch of stardust. Oh yes, and how about some delicious false teeth for good measure? Why not? I am no expert on microchips, but I doubt these conditions are ideal. Yes, perfect. The show must go on, so as to quote another famous cherub, though I'm not sure which one, probably a sports legend, I would guess. While I pause to gather my thoughts for my Act 2 tirade, please enjoy this intermission cartridge, or whatever it is, with its exciting new gameplay features. I hope it doesn't have any problems or anything. And out. Ooh, we in the flash. Let's see. What's that happen? What's going on? What's the occurrence? What's the hoops that happens? Oh shit, we rotate. Oh, what the fuck? I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't expecting that shit. Oh, we're muted. That would explain a bit. I forgot. I legitimately forgot. I knew it was gonna happen too, that I was gonna forget. But also, let's see. Come on. Oh shit, he broke it. The cool flash animation is unexpectedly cut short due to a critical Stardust clog. What a shame, those exciting new gameplay features were looking real slick too. You'd think it was pretty neat how the panels were sliding around like that. Oh well, you probably didn't miss all that much. Nevertheless, on a hunch, you navigate once again to your trusty Bandcamp page and check the length of the song in question. Your fears are confirmed. You missed 4 solid minutes of footage. You wonder if you'll ever find out what happened. You decide to click on the planets above to try and make sense of the situation. Oh yeah, shit, damn, wow. See, this is songs and band camps, and let's see what happens here. Oh boy, we got a whole bunch of shit. Alright. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna stop right here because I have things to do, and this seems to be the perfect jumping off point to have shit to do later. So, as always, my name is Tostky, this is Homestuck. I will be back with another installment on another day. Farewell.